So today's format, we're going to be using weights. I've got 5s, 8s, 10s, 12s, and 15s. Use any size weight that you want, even just body weight for any of the exercises. All good. And then I also am going to be using blocks and a band, or block, just one block and a band. I use a heavy band, but whatever size band also that you like. Really, if you have a tighter band, you just don't have as much range of motion. So really, any size band would work. With the band, for the most part, I think it either goes around the thighs, it goes around the ankles, or you can also sometimes put it around your feet. When you're using it around your feet, it's helpful to try to flex your foot. It helps grip the band. But part of using the band, it does sort of slip a little bit, and keeping the tension on the band is one way to help deal with that. But again, just do the best that you can. Any of these things, you do not need to use the block, you do not need to use the band, you do not need to use the weights. We're going to be using combinations of 2 at a time sometimes. If you don't want to use both things, modify however you need to. We're going to be going 20-10 today. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 3 times. Everything we do 3 times. Sometimes it's 3 of the exact same things. A couple times it'll be 3 slight variations of those same things. And then after the triple, we'll have a 30-second break in between. So we're going to be starting without the band with a block and a weight. So I'm going to be holding a 10-pound or 2 10-pound weights for bicep curls. 1 foot on the block, and we're going to squat down and up with a bicep curl. Okay, so we've got our 10-second countdown, starting right here. And always take as much time as you need. Like take a little bit extra time to set yourself up. You always want to feel stable. Okay, so allow yourself to sort of warm up nice and slow. Maybe at the beginning, you don't go quite as deep. But just go whatever range of motion and whatever speed feels right for you. Okay, so we're going to have 10 seconds. Not really enough time to put down the weights, but as much as you can, try to relax. Because we're going 3 times. On the other side. Take some nice deep breaths. Even though it's only a 10-second recovery in between, you really want to make the most of that recovery. Try to breathe deep and controlled. Slowly exhale and breath out. Okay. Full 30 seconds now. Let's the arms get a little bit of a break. And we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. I can already feel my heart rate start to accelerate a little bit. We want that. Get a little cardio in while we lift our weights. Even though we've switched legs, you might be feeling a little bit differently in the legs. The arms are doing the same thing. If it starts to feel too much, you can always stop doing the bicep curls. You can also just do the bicep curls. But ultimately, you want it to start to feel like you can't do anymore. That's working to fatigue. Working to failure is not a bad thing. Most important thing, you just want to try to stay in control of these moves. Okay, we've got one more, and then we're moving on. different, I want to facing that way. I'm going to have my foot in 2 different positions. This heel stays on the block the whole time. I'm going to start with my foot here. Second time I'm going to move my foot here. And then I'm going to move my foot behind. Okay, so holding the weight. First I want my foot in front of the block. And just going down and up. Or actually stay down and pulse it out. Pulse it out. Okay, draw that navel in. That's it. Those pulses, you're going to feel this. Okay, so as I bring it up, my foot on the block stays the same. My foot now moves to the side of the block. And then the same thing. Lower down and pulse. Okay, draw the belly in. You always want to have that abs, your navel pulling in and feeling like you're lifting it up so that you're engaging your core. Okay, so it's a little tricky here. I'm going to try to walk that foot so it's behind the block. And then the same thing, lower down. So every time you change that foot position, you're targeting a little different area in your muscle. Sit, breathe, almost there. Okay, so the same thing, just going to take that block, slide it over to the other side. And then breathe. Okay, so it takes a little bit of extra time to set up the weights, to set up the blocks. But I'm still focusing on breathing. Foot in front, the first one. Remember, 3 positions, front, side, back. Your shoulders don't round forward. Okay, so now I want to take that foot and now I'm going to the side. Position. A little tricky to get to this one. And pulse it out. Ooh, it's burning. Ooh, okay. Okay, the legs gonna get a break. Block's going to get a little break too. We're going to do bicep curls, except we're going to rotate. This works your wrist and your forearms. So you curl up, you rotate down, and then go down. So there's a wrist rotation here. So I go a little lighter than I would if I was just doing bicep curls. But I start out the same way. So you come up, rotate, resist. Control, especially on the way down. Okay, just 2 more like that. So good for those wrists, those forearms, shoulders, I feel it. Okay, one more time. your toes instead. But you're gonna hold one weight, you're gonna squat pulse for 3, and then hop at the top. So again, if you don't like that hop, I really think that hop is good. It's gonna get your heart rate up. It's also really good for the muscles and even your bones. But if it's not good for you, just come up on your tippy toes. So pulse for 3, up with a hop. I'm taking a 10-pound weight here. So 1, 2, 3, hop. This will get your heart rate up. Okay, 2 more like that. Oof, I'm feeling the burn. Hopping uses your muscles in a different way. But it's also really good for your bone density, putting that impact onto your bones. It's our last time. Try to stay with it, you're almost there. Last 5 seconds. We're hot. Okay, band is going around the thighs. This is, you can think of this as being like a modified jumping jack. The arms are going to go around the world. So I go light with the weights. And then you're doing alternate side taps with the around the world. So getting the band right there above the knees. Holding the weights. And you do a side tap, both arms move together. Around the world. Okay, 2 more. Slight bend in my leg, that standing leg. Now, around the world are a lot for the shoulders, so of course, if you get to the point you can't do more, you can still just keep going with the side taps. Try to do something, even if you have to back off a little bit. Okay, last one. My shoulders are feeling it. Okay, we're going to stay with the band. One weight. We're going to lower down, hold, and then the knees pulse out. So I'm going to go heavy since I'm just holding one weight. You're going to lower down, so you find your squat position. Stabilize your weight. You lower, and then out and in. That's it. Okay, we've got 2 more. We've got 1 more. And then moving on from the band. The block's in the center, your foot's on the block. You're going to do a lunge pulse, a curtsy pulse, and then you bounce it on the third one side to side. Okay. So you set your foot position. You don't have to move around too much. Once you're there, just slow it down and pulse. Okay, when you feel like you're lifting your chest, shoulders back, navel in, and just breathe. And of course, you can do this without a block. You can do it without a weight. Okay, this one's going to be a curtsy. So you're just going to be crossing back a little bit. So instead of that lunge, cross it over. But same thing, pulse it out. Still lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders, trying not to get too much hinge forward here. It's more of an up and down. Okay, whew. Gotta come off of it. This one is the bounce. You just go side to side, backward, you tap it out, back and forth. Curtsy, lunge. Almost there. Remember, nothing here lasts long. Okay. Try to stay with it. Everything is only 20 seconds. Okay, so other foot's on the block. And once I get that foot on the block, I'm not going to take it off. You find your foot position. Even though my back foot might move a little bit, this one stays where it is. Set it up. Pulse. That's it. And I will tell you, the next exercise is going to give the legs a break. So try to stay with it. Stay with that burn. Okay. Next is the curtsy. Next is the bounce. So you find it, and then tap it out. Flies. So you're in that hinge. You want to make sure you're really strong through the core. Draw the navel in, just a hinge from the hips, and then a fly. And you don't want to swing. You want it to feel like a lift. And then we're going to do a row, and then we're going to combine for the third one. Okay. So I go for 8 pounds here. Okay. Set it up, resist. You can't help but resist on the way up. So your body's going to want to, woo, but try not to. Try just to lift. Okay, this is your back muscles. Okay, so that's those muscles right back there. Think about the muscles you're using. This one, upright row, has a little bit more shoulders, your delts. But just acknowledging the muscle that's doing the work. Thinking about that muscle. I feel my shoulders. I'm actively trying to lift my elbows, but I feel my shoulders doing the work. Okay, third time, one of each. Okay, so you do a fly. not about how many you do. Make sure you get that really good hinge, strong core engaged. Okay, this next one, you're going to be starting out with your foot on the block and your knee on the floor, and your back toes turned. We're going to be doing a halo, but if you can, you're going to try to hover your back knee off the floor while you're doing the halo. You can always put it down if you need to. It does get to be pretty intense. Okay, so first thing you want to do is lift that knee and then halo. Almost there. Okay, 2 more. Just do as much as you can. Maybe you can only do one of them with the knee off the floor. It's fine. Ooh, it's a lot. Okay, each one gets progressively more. So I know this last one is going to be really intense. So fight for it. Remember, you've got 30 seconds after this to recover. Push right here. If it hurts when your knee is on the ground, they make pads for that, just for that purpose. But also, just even a folded up towel can be nice. But also, be careful how you put yourself down. Handle your body with care. Control your moves. Don't fall out of things. Okay, so I'm setting myself up. Very intentional. I first set it up. I find my balance. And then I halo. Ooh. It's hard to talk. It takes all my attention. There's a lot of balance going on here, not just strength. That block creates even more instability here. Okay, so again, be careful. Don't just slam down on that back knee. Place it down. Breathe. 2 more. We got 1 more of this. I can do it. It's not going to be easy, but I did it on the other side. I know I can do it. Whew. You're going to set up your legs in your side lunge position, just one weight, and go down and up. I go for a heavy weight. Sometimes you have to play with your foot position here. So maybe this first time I find my feet sliding a little bit, making some adjustments. And then once I feel like my legs are where they want to be, I challenge myself to pause at the bottom and go a little bit deeper. Go past your natural comfort movements. It's an easy place to pull. So just be really, really intentional when you go deeper. And also draw the navel in. Get that support, that lift from the core. Okay, so before we do the other side, we're going to do a goddess. You're going to hold the goddess, and we're going to do the reach overs. I like to lift a heel as I'm doing the reach over. I'm going to see if I can do 10 pounds here. I used to do 8. I think I can get a little bit heavier, especially if I'm on that 22nd. Sometimes the interval changes what weight you're using. Even though I'm doing 3 things, I do get a break every 20 seconds. Now try to stay low. Just open those inner thighs. Okay, we got 2 more there. Nice, good breaths. And I'm not just lifting straight up to the ceiling, but I'm thinking of reaching over. So I'm getting into that side body. Okay, we got 1 more. And also, always try to make the most of your time. You got those 3 dings that are letting you know what's coming. We're going to be doing that side lunge. So in those 10 seconds at the very end, you're starting to get ready for the next exercise. So when that 20 seconds starts, you're ready to go. You're not setting up then. Try to manage your time. Okay, so I'm getting ready, and I'm going. Okay, I'm going to make those little adjustments. My feet need to be a little wider, but now I can pause and go a little deeper. Okay. Okay, so I'm starting to prepare. So I'm there at that final dig. I'm in the move. Okay, we've got 1 more. And then we are going to do just arms, so legs are going to get ready. Okay, bicep curls, but we're going to do it with some rotation. I'm going to go for 12s here. Okay, the wrists will stay in the same direction, but the elbows rotate out, rotate in. So bicep curls, but with a little external, internal rotation happening. Okay, so up through the center, out to the side, down. Up from the side, in, down. can manage my time by slowing myself down or pausing, so I stay active until that final beat. And then make the most of your 10 seconds. But one more time. 12 pound is a lot for me here. Ooh. Body gets tired, so start wanting to rock those hips. Don't let that happen. Okay, knee on the block, kneeling. I'm gonna hold one weight. I'm gonna go for a 10 pound. I want you to keep your back toe down. So you're just gonna start here, and you're just gonna lift your back knee up and off the block. So keep your toes turned in the back. This is harder than it looks, or harder than it sounds. Okay, so you go up and down. And really, this progressively sneaks up on you. Keep your chest up, shoulders down. So each one is going to get much more intense. Okay, so let yourself rest. Breathe, all my weight is in that knee. 2 more times. Chest up, shoulders back. Really, when I give a cue like that, I'm giving that cue to myself. Okay, one more time. Setting it up, getting ready. I want to be there. The start of that 20 seconds. If I'm going to work out, why cheat myself? Awesome. Okay, other side. There's so many ways our body's going to look for shortcuts. One of the ways we look for shortcuts is by just taking our time, getting started, so we lose a few seconds of work. So I'm going to be here, I'm here to work, I'm here to work. Even though my body looks for shortcuts, my mind keeps reminding me not to take them. Up and down. Up, and I'm doing it wrong. Okay, knee on the block. Sorry guys. It's thinking. It's hard to think and do 2 things at the same time. I'm going to keep going just a little bit more because I had a slow start. Okay, here we are. Okay, I'm back in. Navel in, navel up. Okay, one more time. Tapping the block. Ooh, it's burning. Okay, no block. We're going to lean back with a lateral raise. 2 weights. So it's not sitting down, it's leaning back. And my arms are going to do a frontal raise. Okay. Squeeze your glutes, hips forward as you lean back the arms come up. Now keep squeezing the glutes. And this is another one where you can sort of go a little bit deeper, pause, and see if you can get a little bit more. Okay, 2 more like that. And then we're going to be back to the band. It's going to go on our thighs. Squeeze your glutes. This is your quadriceps working. But if I squeeze my glutes and I push my hips forward, I let them help me. Okay, we got 1 more. Donkeys, hydrants, and then tap the shoulder, kick back. So we got 3 variations in our table. Okay, so create a little bit of tension on the band with the leg. And we're just doing donkeys first. Draw the navel in, pushing up with the heel. One whole thing. And lift that whole leg up. My foot is as high as my knee. And I get to the top, and I see if I go a little bit more. Pull against that tension. Let the band be an obstacle. Okay, this time I'm going to tap my knee to the shoulder and then kick back. My band's doing pretty good right now. This is one that I start to roll up on you a little bit. Kick and kick. Knee, kick back. It's wanting to roll. Going slow can help with the roll as well. But also allows me to go full range of motion. Okay, so now we've got those same 3 on the other side. Donkey, hydrant, kick, extend. Breathe. Take advantage of her. You can start to come down a little bit now. We're still using that breath. Okay, so starting with donkeys. Just like with everything else, pull a little bit more tension at the top. You get to that natural place where it feels like that's it, and then you go a little more. Your arms can do whatever you like. If you like to come down to a forearm, especially when you do the hydrant, one side higher than the other, nothing wrong with that. Okay, hydrants. I tend to bend a little bit, like into my opposite arm, as a way to bring more height onto that one side of my body. Remember to pause at the top and pull that band. Okay, 1 more. We will be keeping the band though, where it is. Touch, kick back. Okay, So the next three are all the same. We're in a bear, and you're just going to pulse those knees. So you're going to really be working those side glutes here. Gluteus medius. So we come into a bear, you lift the knees, and then I'm going to take my legs in a little bit wider. I want maximum tension. So when I go a little wider with my feet, I've already created more tension. Keep the knees low. Make sure you're pushing out of those arms, so you're not crunching or shrugging the shoulders. Awesome. And then the same thing, go for maximum tension when you open those legs out. Okay, so going a little bit wider, then maybe make a little bear stance. And then taking even wider with the flat. Ooh, starting to feel it. Sneak up on you. Okay, we got one more like that. Oh boy. Oof. Stay with it. Don't collapse into those shoulders. Remember, keep some tension. So when I'm in a plank, I'll keep my feet wide. And you're going to do alternate rainbow taps. Flexing your feet when your foot comes off the floor helps keep it from feeling like it's going to slide. But even here, I'm keeping tension. Don't let them come too close. And as you come up in a plank, and then tap. Somebody has a looser band, they go a little bit farther. It's not about how far you go. It's hard for me to do that tap to the side. It's okay. Whatever range you get, it's working. Okay, we got one more there. Try to let the butt come up in the air. You're still maintaining that really good plank form. So you're working your abs the whole time. Don't drop your head. Okay, so we're going to spin the legs around, but the band is going to stay on our feet. This is actually going to be chest pulls. Lat pulls. So the band, you're going to hold it with your hands and pull back. So lats, chest, shoulders. Flex my feet so it doesn't slide off. You grab it with your hands. Okay, so this is Dandasana too. I'm thinking of sitting up tall. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together at the top. Draw your elbows back. But sit up tall. The whole time. Your body doesn't really move. Okay, we've got two more there. Squeeze that extra little bit. When you get to the max at the top, then you can go a little bit further. Squeeze those shoulders together behind you. Okay. One more. So you're going to keep one leg out the whole time, and then I want you, not just your upper body, but I want you to be pulling. So pull, pull. That leg pushes away the whole time. Then you do the other side. Then you go side to side. And remember, full range of motion. Your legs are doing like that bow and arrow action. Okay, so hands behind your head. Extend your legs. Just one side. Pull. Pull the knee in. Touch it with your elbow. Your other leg, it's about 45 degree, kicking away. And again, flexing that foot. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. Flexing, pull your toes back towards you so that the band can't roll off of you. Okay, 45 degree, and then just the other side. Now, even when I extend that leg out, I maybe pull them apart a little bit so that I keep tension on the band. Ooh, those are intense. Okay, side to side, bicycle. One leg at a time though, pull. So, draw one leg in, the other away, and then switch. I want you kicking with one foot away as you pull the knee in. Pull on that band with your legs. Stretch it. Okay, no band. We're going to do hollow body hold. That is legs extended, arms up, and you're just going to hold it for the full 20 seconds. Now, you can always take your arms down. You can even do that diamond if you need to. You're trying to keep your back flat. You have this natural arch. You're trying to pull your back as flat as possible. Okay, so the arms are going to go overhead. The legs are going to extend. You're going to lift your head and just hold it right here. Okay, these are hard, that's right, but no weights involved. If you need to bend your legs in a modification, if you need to cradle your head or put your head down. Okay, you definitely need that break. We got 2 more of those. It also helps to have strong legs. I'm thinking of my quadriceps. I'm reaching through my toes. Drawing the belly in, trying to flatten out that arch in my back. Try not to jump the gun. Stay to that last beat. 1 more. Okay, you want to fight for it now. Even if you have to back off a little bit, try to stay here. Okay. Whew. We're going to go for a bridge. For this bridge, feet on the block, I'm going to put one weight on my belly or my hips, thighs, pubic bone, somewhere. Okay? We're going to do full range, pulse, and hold. But we're not going to take the break. So we're going to keep it going whatever we're doing on that 10 seconds. Okay? So full range. Now I'm trying not to use my arms, even though my hands have to sort of hold the block from rolling back into me. Trying not to push down my elbows. I'm thinking squeezing a little bit more at the top. I'm thinking it's stopping in my face. No, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going with the full range. Soften the neck, soften the face and the shoulders. Keep the hips up high. Squeeze those glutes. Okay, remember, we're not stopping. It's 10 seconds, we're still going. At the end of this 10 seconds, we've just done a 20-second hold to finish out the bridge. Hold it, squeeze it, lift it. Soften the face, the mouth, the shoulders. Harden the glutes, the hips, the hamstrings. Oof, okay. I think we're on our final 2 right here. So we're going to do scissors, just holding one weight, and then scissoring the legs. You can hold the weight straight up. The further back the weight is though, the more intense. And the lower the legs, you can make small scissors close to the ground for more intensity. Big scissors for less intensity. But start by holding the weight up. Okay, so I can stay low with the legs. Or I can make it a little bigger. I can bring the arms back and you can just sort of play with it. But also notice what happens. Switch to the back, it wants to arch up. So I'm trying to resist that. And I always say try to resist. I'm drawing my navel in. There's probably still a little space in there. I'm doing my best. Because the action that is trying to flatten my back is my navel pulling down into my spine and engaging. It doesn't matter if it gets all the way there. Sometimes it just won't. That's okay. I just want it to be strong. Just want it to be working. This is about your abs. So actively doing something to make the abs do what they're supposed to do, which is pulling your navel down and thinking of getting rid of that arch in your back, trying to flatten out and improve your spine. Okay, last one here. So you reach with toes, you drop the legs. So it's basically a crunch, working the upper abs, a leg drop, working the lower abs. So you lift your legs. I'm going to try to reach and touch my toes with the weight. And then I'm going to drop the legs, keeping my back flat. Maybe my heels even touch the floor. And then I do another crunch. 1 and 1. Okay, 2 more, and this is our final 2 exercises. So close. Good job, guys. Okay, so take some time. Allow yourself to have some stretches. You can come to Shavasana if you like, or whatever you need to do. Definitely take a few moments, stretch your body, let that heart rate come down. But take advantage, it's nice and warm. You get some really good stretching in right now. And I'll see you next week.